How's it going, people? We're getting a huge update in LEGO Fortnite tomorrow, so for today's video, we're going to take a look at everything that's in it. We're going to be getting new chickens, we're going to be getting pigs, oink, and we're also going to be getting bears. And I'll leave a link to where I got all this information in the description if you want to go check it out. So tomorrow's update's called the Farm Friends update, and downtime is scheduled for 4 AM Eastern. But the first thing they said was, LEGO Fortnite seems right for another major update, nay, a content harvest. Turn animals into friends and populate your village's acres in tomorrow's update, the Farm Friends update, which brings animal recruitment and major village improvements to your world's pleasant pastures. Get those shovels ready because you're going to dig this one. Farm Friends launches April 23rd. Next thing they said was the animals are ready to move in. It's never lonely at the farm. The Farm Friends update increases the village recruitment cap to 10 per village. 3 village slots are available to villagers, 3 slots are available to animals, and 4 slots are available to either villages or animals. So you can have at least 3 villagers and 7 animals, or you can have at least 3 animals and at most 7 villagers. Animals you can recruit to your village include cows, sheep, chickens, and a new animal arriving with this update, pigs. Oink. So up to this point, I'll go ahead and show you all. Up to this point, we could only have 5 villagers in each village, but after tomorrow's update, you can have up to 5 villagers and 5 animals if you want. Basically, it's going to get increased from 5 to 10 at each village. You will have to recruit animals a little bit differently than you do villagers. In the blog, it said the first thing you need to do is build an animal house. And it says you'll need to gain the trust of wild animals before you can lead them back to your village. But before they're ready to follow you, you're going to need to build them a new home, an animal house. So before you go recruiting animals, you have to build your animal house first. The animal house is a new station made for feeding your animals and farming resources. You'll unlock the animal house recipe once your village reaches level 2. And here's what the animal house looks like in game. The second thing they said was, a friend with feed is a friend indeed. The way to an animal's heart is through its stomach. Build the trust of wild animals by petting them, then gain their friendship by giving them an animal treat. Unlock the recipe for animal treats by building an animal house. Oh, and here's what the animal treat looks like, by the way. So they didn't tell us where the animal house is, but if I had to take a guess, it's probably going to be under pre-built buildings. Again, all you have to do is just get your village to level 2. And once you do that, you should have the animal house unlocked. Make sure you build the animal house. And once you built that animal house, you'll want to make the animal treat. Now, they didn't tell us where the animal treat's going to be. It could be on the crafting table. It could also be on the oven or the grill. So yeah, they didn't really tell us where to craft it, but I would assume it's in one of those 3 places. Also in this picture, it looks like there's a trough, as well as a couple of other new items. Looks like a pile of hay. I think that's a pile of hay. So those are a couple of other new items we may see with tomorrow's update. Next thing they said was, be the shepherd. If the animal accepts your delicious treat, you've got a limited amount of time to get them back to your village. Make sure their journey back is a peaceful one. Any unpleasant encounters could upset them so much that they give you the hoof. So you will have to protect the animals when you're bringing them back to your farm. If you come across any wolves or brutes, it could scare them off. So you may have to keep an eye out for that. Get creative with how you lead an animal back to your village. Lure them into a vehicle for a quick journey. Use a fishing rod to pull them across tight spots, or across barriers by building bridges. If the animal gets hurt on a journey, make sure to heal them by giving them another animal treat. So you get them to follow you by giving them an animal treat, and you can also heal them by giving them animal treats. And when it comes to transporting the animals to your village, you can either use a vehicle, you can use your fishing rod if they get stuck in something, and you can also build bridges to help them get across the water. And again, you'll also want to keep them away from dangerous wildlife whenever possible. Anyways, the next thing they said was, assign animals to animal houses and keep them happy. Once you've returned back to your village, it's time to put a roof over your new companion's head. Interact with an animal house to assign your animal its new home and to name it from a selection of names. Only 1 animal can be assigned per animal house. So if you want to have 5 animals at your village, you'll have to build 5 different animal houses. Once they're settled in, it's your job to ensure they enjoy life on the farm. Keep your animals happy by feeding them, petting them, or having a boogie or having a boogie next to them. You can also build objects for them to interact with. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what that boogie is. If you all know, be sure to let us know in the comments below. But yeah, once you've assigned your animal to your animal house, first thing you have to do is give them a name, and then you'll have to feed them, pet them, or have a boogie next to them. Again, I'm not entirely sure what that is, but you'll want to do those things because if your animals feel ignored, they won't stick around for long. We recommend assigning a villager to take good care of them when you're not around. So once you get all of your animals, and again, you can have up to 7 animals at each village, but you will need at least 1 villager to take care of those animals. I assume all you have to do is just go up to them and talk to them and ask them to take care of your animals. I'm not sure what the option's going to look like, but you would have to go up to the villager and ask them to do it, and you can get the villager to take care of your animals that way. Next thing they said was resources galore. We reap what we sow. Take good care of your animals and you'll be rewarded with new resources to help you out. Chickens produce feathers and fertilizer over time. So if you bring chickens to your farm, you can expect those resources. Cows produce milk and fertilizer. Sheep produce wool and fertilizer. And pigs produce mushrooms and fertilizer. And I'm kind of surprised that pigs are producing mushrooms because you can get mushrooms from caves, right? But I guess this way you don't have to go to caves no more in order to get mushrooms. You can just bring pigs to your farm. But yeah, those are the resources that 4 different animals produce, and I'm guessing those are the only 4 types of animals you can bring back to your farm: chickens, cows, sheep, and pigs. They also added 5 new villagers. Cadence is a master woodworker, so if you give her a job, you'll want her to deal with wood. Ash is wild about plants, so you may want to put Ash near your farm or taking care of and getting resources from your farm. Brooks is all about channeling nature's beat. Brooks sounds like she could be a good villager for your farm animals. As for the bright and cheerful engineer, Lana Lane, she can't wait to settle in a village and find some new projects to work on. And then there's Guernsey. Guernsey is one of a kind. So those are the 5 new villagers: Cadence, Ash, Brooks, Lena, and Guernsey. We're also going to get a bear in LEGO Fortnite. It says, beware the bear. Farm Friends is all about making new friends, whether they're animals or villagers. That said, not all of the animals like to play nice. Bear equals bad. Don't let bears follow you back to your village because you'll never hear the end of it. Thankfully, they're quite sleepy and can be easily avoided as long as you're quiet. So how do you stay quiet? I'm assuming if you get near one, you can crouch to try to avoid waking it up. But it says they can follow you back to your village. So you kind of want to avoid these bears if possible. Otherwise, you may have to kill them to get rid of them. And again, you don't want to lead them all the way back to your village. You'll want to kill them before they get there, or try to lose them before they get there. There's also new animal variants. And it says, farming has never looked so fantastic. Farm Friends adds new variants for animals. Brown and tan chickens can spawn in the dry valley. Yellow chickens can spawn in the grasslands. And cows now have different spot patterns and colors. So not all cows are going to look alike. And they also added some different colored chickens. There's also going to be a new farm bundle called Anarchy Acres Bundle. And I know LEGO bundles aren't really popular, but this one's actually cheaper than some of the previous bundles we've seen. So this one's only going to cost 800 V-Bucks. And it says here, organized chaos, organically farmed. The Anarchy Acres bundle is available from the shop for 800 V-Bucks, and it includes fully furnished farm, LEGO kit with 3 builds, the Homestead Interiors Decor Bundle, and Rural Hospitality Decor Bundle. This kit is also 600 V-Bucks individually, and it also includes the Farmer's Favorites, which is the LEGO Decor Bundle with 9 decor items, and that's going to cost 400 V-Bucks by itself. So the first one, which costs 600, it's going to include the 3 different buildings, and it's 600 by itself. And the second part of this bundle is going to include 9 decor items, and it's going to be 400 V-Bucks by itself. And they didn't show us all of those decor items. You'll be able to see all of those items once the bundle becomes available. Next thing they went over was major improvements, adjustments, and bug fixes. So we're actually going to run through this really quick. It says the Village Square UI has been revamped to help you keep a close eye on your villages. Monitor who lives in your village, the backstories of your villagers, and the happiness of your animals. You can also view the jobs of villagers and even ask them to leave. You can see who's visiting your village, which jobs are assigned, the biome you're in, and your villager's upgrade requirements. You can also edit your village banner and rename your village, from a selection of names. Another village improvement, you can now choose from a selection of names when first setting up your village. So if we take a look at the screenshot, you'll see a new tab that says residents. That should show you all of your villagers, and I'm assuming animals as well. We also have the hub, which shows the village comfort level, which I assume is similar to like village rating before. So this way you'll be able to see all of the villagers as well as the animals in each village. You'll be able to see their comfort level as well as your animal's happiness levels. And you can also see which villagers have which jobs. It'll also show you what biome you're in, as well as the name of your village. And again, you'll be able to choose a name for your village when you set it up. There are also quite a few bug fixes with tomorrow's update. They fixed an issue where stamina would sometimes become enabled in worlds where stamina was turned off, which has been happening in my world, because I don't have stamina turned on in my world, so I'm glad they're fixing that. They also fixed an issue where saplings couldn't be destroyed if they were growing near objects. Also encountered that bug. And saplings are what grows when you destroy a tree. A sapling will grow in its place, and if you destroy that sapling, that tree will no longer grow there. So that's what the sapling is. They also fixed an issue where swords would sometimes stop doing damage. They fixed an issue where the first attack from swords would sometimes miss, fixed an issue that caused some pickaxes to stop doing damage to certain objects. Villagers no longer pester players when players are regenerating health. And starting a sneak while sprinting no longer makes players stuck in sprinting. And the last thing they went over were all of the Lego styles being added with tomorrow's update. There's almost like 100 of them. I'm not going to go over each of these, but again, I will leave a link in the description if you want to check out all of the different skins that are going to get a Lego version with tomorrow's update. Hopefully they can fix this lag, this rubber banding, because that's one of the worst issues I've been having in Lego lately. But yeah, that sums up everything that was in the blog post. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new animals, and let me know what you think about the new bundle. But yeah, before I go, I did want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's been using creator code A1, and just want to say thank you. Anyways, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And thanks for watching.